What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It is your boy Kyrie Nasir coming with you with another review for the reunion for The Real Housewives of Atlanta Part 3. So I came to y'all as soon as the reunion's over. It's late at night and I'm coming to y'all to deliver this to y'all. We start off with part 3 with open up with Nene walking away from her laptop.
Mayday, Nene down. Hold on. Can y'all?
I'm text.
Okay, so in regards to the reason why Eva tried to break the fourth wall for us to see Nene's point and walking away and what it might be, she says that Yo-Yo, aka Yovanna,
I was that bitch. I was Yovanna from Clark. CAU.
is posting a photo on Instagram and says she's ready to come clear up everything, alluding to the fact that she was joining the ladies in a reunion. Now, I watched Nene's YouTube channel, and Nene expressed that she didn't understand the purpose for Yovanna being there because the fact of the matter is, in the history of the show, anyone without a official contract with Bravo or the production company, they never show up to the reunion. So she didn't understand what was the purpose in Yovanna actually coming. And she felt like it was unwarranted and uncalled for, hence the reason why she got up and exited the room. Which I could totally understand. I mean, if in the history of the show, y'all never brought anybody who wasn't directly affiliated with the show. And she also said that Yovanna was told that she would not be able to be around the girls when they're filming anymore, and that production basically don't see it for her, and Nene can't bring her around anyway. So if that is true, and if that's what production said, why is Yovanna showing up? In Nene's eyes, being as though she had just gotten into confrontation with several women a part of the cast, she felt like it was just another way of them trying to get her. You know, trying to cause another issue with her, trying to start another fight, and she basically wasn't here for it, so she got up and walked away. And I totally understand. But I wanted her to come back. Over time, we realized that when she departed that time, that was the end of the reunion for her. She never decided to show up again until she contacted Porsha, or Porsha contacted her. We moved on from Eva letting us know why Nene possibly got up and started talking about the fact of the matter that what is the issue between Kenya and Nene? So Kenya basically expressed how she felt like Nene never liked her. And Andy, in my opinion, I feel like Andy tried to look out for Nene for once during this whole reunion thing. He felt like, no, like even when y'all not messing with each other, Nene have said to countless people several times that she felt like you was good for the show. So I don't understand why you felt like she was always trying to come for your job and take you off the show. She always said that you should be here. And Kenya tried to allude to the fact of the matter to be like, no, she was lying. She never showed me any of that. She would just say it, but she never act like it. And I'm going to totally disagree. I feel like Nene actually liked Kenya. I feel like she had a bond with Kenya. I feel like Kenya actually liked Nene. Somewhere in their relationship, I'm not even sure if it was actually on film, because it never looked like they had an issue to the fact of the matter that they couldn't get over it. And that didn't seem like it was too far-fetched to see them make up or whatever. So it must have happened off camera. I never see what Kenya is saying Nene did to her, or she tried to take her job. I never seen that part. I never seen that part. So then they got into the fact of the matter that Kenya got up and walked over to Nene at Candy's baby shower. So the women is sitting there, and I mean right then and there, Porsha was like, nah. Porsha and Marlo spoke up. This is what I wanted to see from Marlo in part 2. But in part 3, we got to see a little of it. Marlo was like, no, everything you did was antagonizing. It was antagonizing towards Nene to provoke her to get physical with you. And you should have stayed on the other side of the table. It was no reason for you to come over there. You were not trying to talk to Shamia. You was not trying to communicate anything to Shamia. You were trying to use Shamia as collateral damage. Like, you were going to walk over emotion like you're talking to her, but it was just to get under Nene's skin. And I believe it. I feel like 100% it was calculated and it was a motive behind it. I do not think that it was just, for some reason right then and there in the middle of a heated argument, you just was trying to talk to Shamia. I don't see that connection. And to me, that's my thing with Kenya. Like, when Kenya first got on the show, I loved Miss Moore. Like, I 100% seen it for her. I was happy to see her. I mean, growing up, I used to watch her. I seen her on Martin. I would see her on the Steve Harvey show. I seen her on Two Could Play That Game. And I seen her on a couple of other different sitcoms of the early 2000s and the 90s. I believe she was on The Parkers too. But I seen her around. So when she came on the Housewives, I was like, oh, I remember her or whatever. I used to call her Mrs. Bozak because that's the character she played on Martin. And I feel like I was rooting for her to be a part of the cast. Like, on my Tyra, I was rooting for you. And I feel like over time, you got big-headed on the show. Like, I liked Kenya when she first got on it. I'm fine with the shade and stuff like that. And that was cool. But I wish her and Nene got back to that type of dynamics. I feel like the longer she was on the show, she got more big-headed. And I think she is an example of a woman that is obsessed with trying to be the queen. I feel like all of the women are queens. Yes, Nene has been there the longest. Hence, she's the queen of the Atlanta Housewives. But she, in my opinion, don't necessarily run it. It's not like she's a producer or executive producer. She's not that. She's just the OG to me. Somebody who started it. Somebody who, all the women should have in common with, like a bond to or whatever. But she's not necessarily like exempt from any of the drama in that manner. I feel like Porsha felt like for her to rise to the top, at some point she had to take down Nene. And that's where I don't vibe. Like, I feel like everybody work well when you stay in your lane and you respect each person for what they bring to the table, being an ensemble cast. So that was my issue with Kenya over time. And I feel like what you did was trying to provoke them. And I feel like several times on the show, you show instances where you will provoke people just to get a rise out of them to see if they'll get physical with you. And I don't respect that aspect because I feel like when you are an African American, I feel like we have certain things with us where we say, all right, now you're going too far. When you do that standing up, I'm going to walk over to you after we argue or in the middle of our argument, to me, that's a no-no in the African American community. Because it could result in you getting physically hurt. Like, at the point where I feel like you're coming towards me and we're in a debate or any type of exchange verbally and you physically make a motion to come to me, drop down in the comments to tell me am I wrong. This is just the way I grew up. If you feel like somebody's going to hit you, you hit them first. I feel like Kenya never showed, like, she must have never learned that growing up because I feel like she keep doing things in that whole, like, type of vicinity to show that she don't get it. She don't get it. Like, she keep doing things to show that she don't get it, basically. Like, she just doesn't. She doesn't get it because with the Porsha incident, I never forget when they when Porsha was walking out of the restaurant and Phaedra was coming after and Sheree was coming after and Kenya kept coming and Phaedra kept on telling her, Kenya, stay back. She's upset right now. Just stay back. It's not good for you to be this close to her. She's upset. And Kenya was following her saying, is this a trigger? Am I triggering you? Wanting to get a rise out of her. Knowing that they had got physical before. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I feel like one day Kenya's going to meet her match with a person who is, they don't have nothing to lose. And also, they with it. They with it, and they gonna beat you up, and it's nothing you gonna do about it. The fact of the matter, you're 49 right now, and honestly, I just feel like them bones heal differently the older you get, and when you get into fights, they might not heal at all, and I feel like it'll be in the best interest of her safety if she grow up and stop that whole provoking, because it could go south real fast. It could go south for her real fast. Moving on, the ladies addressed Cynthia in her her dealings with the cookie lady. This is one thing I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was Cynthia's purpose in inviting the cookie lady to Brooklyn's party at all, prior to Kenya bringing her to the brunch. I feel like Cynthia had a motive behind it, and I feel like Candy was trying to call her out, and this was a moment where I actually give a round of applause to Tanya for expressing her feelings. Like, yeah, I respect Cynthia more. So if Cynthia's saying she didn't mean nothing by it, she just wanted her to say it to me, then I'm just gonna stick with that. Now, Kenya, just going off the way that you did everything, it was malicious. So I have a problem with you. I can understand it, and I can understand her expressing it like that. But I see Kennedy's point on the fact of the matter. What's the difference? Those are the same. They both were trying to set this cookie lady to come up and film with us in a group setting to come at you. So what's the difference? That's how I feel. I feel like Cynthia was wrong, and she should not have had that cookie lady. Honestly, if it was me, and had I been Cynthia or Kenya, even if I wasn't messing with Tanya, I just feel like when you do dirty, dirty come back to you. And in some type of way, especially with these relationships that you are on your relationship, and especially because Cynthia knows how it feels for people to say something about her spouse. With Peter back in the day, how that woman used to say he was sleeping around with all the people, which I never believed. I feel like Cynthia should have just paid that cookie lady dust. Like, she would have not been brought to the surface if y'all had not brought her to the surface. It would have never been a area where I would have brought her up. I would have never brought that up. Moving on. Again, Porsha and Marlo standing up for Nene in her absence. I 100% am in support with, and I'm 100% in support with Tanya also standing up for Nene and poking a lot of holes in Yovanna's story. Like, I feel like Yovanna is not a credible source for us to even respect what she's saying or consider it, because she has told so many different versions of the story. Now, in my opinion, do I believe at some point in time there was a video? Yes. Or audio, as Miss Nene Leak said. I feel like at some point in time there was some type of audio. I believe that from Nene. I believe she recorded her. I believe when Nene said on her YouTube channel, her husband told her not to bring that to us as the audience because it could mess with their business, and recording people without their consent in Atlanta, could have some ramifications and some repercussions with their businesses and stuff, like clients that they might have confidentiality agreements with. I believe that is the reason why she didn't bring it. I believe this is where the issue went wrong. At the moment where she did not want to bring the audio up, and Nene had already said to Candy that there was audio, I feel like that's when the whole situation started to get shaky, because now it turned into, well, who said that? Who got audio? I don't know that. Who recorded anybody? Oh, I feel like at that point, it's better just to call a spade a spade. If you feel like it was wrong, you shouldn't have did it in the first place. And you just gotta woman up at that point and just own it. Like, yeah, I did it. I didn't bring it up. I deleted it, but it was me. And Nene's not lying. Because to cause all this confusion and chaos and stuff like that, and semantics with words, it just led to us looking at you like, we already don't know you. Out of everybody on the cast, you're the last man to come in. We don't know you, so we don't have loyalty to you, and neither does the ladies. So you're the less likely person for us to forgive in the end of this. And do I think Bravo care about you? No. Andy looked like he didn't care. He just looked like he wanted to see what you was gonna say about Nene, or use you basically to get under Nene's skin at some point in time. It didn't look like he actually cared about you. And do I think production care about you? No. It just seemed like you won't be back next season. And also it seemed like a lot of your relationship with the women on the cast is fractured. I don't think Candy want to be around you no more. You look shady to her. Cynthia is tied up with Mike, and Mike is about to be in LA. Cynthia ain't got time for you like that, but she accepts your apology, and I think she's moving forward with it. Kenya looked like she was happy and reveling in it all, and so did Eva. But then again, Eva right now is teaming up with anybody who's against Nene. So is Kenya. So, I mean, they're not about to get you on next season. They're not the women that would have advocated for you and stuff like that. You were brought on this season because Nene wasn't in the best of places with the girls. And the only person she was cool with at the moment was you and Marla. So she brought you in. And other than that, I don't think nobody else will bring you back. There's no reason for them to. With that being said, it was a cute addition for us to see Ben, Andy's son. Like, that was cute. Shout out to him being a father and everything. That was really cute for us to get a chance to see that. With that being said, we didn't really have too much craziness in this part, but it gave us the entertainment. Again, I agree with Andy. These women are trailblazers. And the whole reality TV gang and the whole Real Housewives franchise, these women are trailblazers and troopers. The fact of the matter that all of them participated at some point in time in a virtual reunion for the first time and sat there and did different audios, rehearsals and tech rehearsals to give us this reunion. Because I ain't gonna lie, when this whole COVID situation happened, I was kind of bummed knowing that the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion was canceled. And I was looking forward to seeing it because it was a juicy season. I'm happy that the ladies respected the fans enough, and Bravo respected the fans enough to still give us a reunion and not slight us of that. With that being said, I'm going to close out this video because it is late at night and I'm super tired. My eyes is getting red and everything. And I'm just going to say thank you again. Please, 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 if you have not so far, like and subscribe. And make sure the notification is on, the little bell down there, so that when I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to know. Thank you, everybody. And again, this is your boy Kyrie Nasir signing off.